Hey Emmanuel family, I wanted to say thank you to everyone for the prayer and support as we went out to Dominican this past week. There were some things that were kind of difficult about the travel, but the Lord protected us and kept us safe. It was really an amazing experience when we got there. We got to work with a local team doing that was translating for us, the local pastor. We start off the day doing the medical clinic. We saw over 100 each day. And after that, we would go out and share beans and rice. We saw several people come to know the Lord. And we made sure they were being linked up with the local churches there. Pastor Mateo is his name. And he would follow up with them. We met some people that needed Bibles. And some of the people on the team have arranged to send Bibles down to those ones that were interested. And we really bonded with First Baptist. We made really good friends, and at night after we got done ministering, we'd eat and then we'd hang out, talk, play games, and it was a really great experience. And I thought it was awesome that we got to go out and practice sharing the gospel. The people there were so hospitable, so nice. When we walked up, they would allow us to sit with them on their porch and share whatever was on our heart. And they're going to tell you the truth. When you ask them if they'd like to respond to the gospel, if they don't want to, they're going to say no. And so when we had some that were resistant, or they were asking questions, and then they said that they needed to be a new person and they wanted to receive Christ, we took that by faith and praised the Lord for it. But it all goes back to the local church and the support that you guys gave to us so that we could go and encourage the local pastors there that are struggling in a difficult field with a lot of Haitians up there and a lot of Dominicans, but they were very encouraged by us being there, and we just pray for them, Pastor Mateo, Sensen, and the other guys that are going to be continuing to work there, that the fruit from this last week would grow and bear abundance. And thank you so much again. God bless you.
Hey everybody, my name's Chris Campbell. This is my daughter Chloe and my son Adam. A couple weeks ago, we were able to go on the Dominican Republic mission trip to Polo, and it was the first time for them to go. We just wanted to say thank you to our church family for supporting us through your prayers, most of all, and I know financially with the fundraiser we did. It was a medical mission trip, so we mostly ran a clinic. I worked with some of the kids in the waiting area and help people with glasses, reading glasses, and share the gospel with a few people in the neighborhood by sharing rice and beans and then sharing the story. We did a lot of handing out of these bracelets along with the gospel story through different colors. And so I was just really proud of the ones that we went with. We had a few people get a little sick, but other than that, everything went well. A few travel things with delays, but other than that, the Lord was gracious and got us there safely and of course back safely. And so being the first time that Chloe and Adam went, I was really proud of them for going and doing their part. So let them talk about what they did on the trip.
This being my first mission trip, it was a great first mission trip. The first day we got there, we set up clinic. We had a waiting room, a triage, 2 doctor's rooms, and then pharmacy. The first day I didn't work. I worked with the kids. The second day I started working in the pharmacy because they needed someone to help with directions, but in Spanish. So I helped in the pharmacy packing pills and writing the directions in Spanish, when to take it morning and night. So having a minor in Spanish and having studied abroad in Costa Rica, I was really grateful that I got to practice my Spanish and help people in the Dominican with free medicine and making sure that they knew the gospel and knew God while giving them their medicine. So.
And we did the clinic for 3 days. We wound up getting there a day later than we planned and worked in the clinic Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and saw probably about 100 people each day. So it was pretty busy.
That last day we saw over 200 people.
200.
Most of them were Haitians. I don't know any French Creole. I don't think they know any French Creole. But maybe one day we'll go back and we'll brush up on our French Creole.
Really interesting to see. You had English, of course, Spanish, and Creole being spoken all in the same room. So, Adam, you want to add anything, bud?
I did the same things they did with the children's stuff. I helped with the little kids, and then I mean, other than that, I did kind of the same stuff. I helped with the rice and beans and spreading the gospel and whatnot. But really, this trip did help me to learn to appreciate what I have more, and help me to actually like kind of like digest His Word in a different way, you know. But other than that, I don't really got much to say. So I don't know.
It was really great to see the other people that went, you know, them get up in the morning, read their Bibles, and just the time of prayer. You know, the people that went with us from First Baptist, getting a little closer to them. I know, of course, the ladies, you know, in their room, we got to play some spoons and different games and get closer. And of course, with people getting sick, you know, we're checking in on them. It eventually kind of worked its way, I think, just about through everybody in the group. So we drew closer a little bit through that, and one couple had to stay behind. Unfortunately, he lost his passport, but again, God got him home, of course, and took care of us. So we hope to be going back. We hope it's something we can do every year or so, every other year, and you know, God is gracious, and He'll keep getting us there. So thank you all again, church family, for supporting us and praying for us, and we really enjoyed our trip to the Dominican.
Thank you.
Hey, this is Christina and Lydia, and we are going to tell you a little bit about our Dominican Republic mission trip. So this was a medical mission trip. We did the medical missions in the morning, but then while they were doing the mission part at the clinic, we were in the waiting room with the children and the moms and the dads. And so while they were doing the medical portion, we were in the waiting room trying to just engage the people waiting, and we did things with the children like face painting, we did chalk, we did coloring sheets, and we just looked for opportunities to share the gospel. So after that, we would go out into the village and share beans and rice and share the gospel. We'd go house to house and do that. And so we had some very interesting conversations.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. The people were very hospitable. They would love to invite us into their home. They would open like their home and just put out chairs for us and just want us to sit and visit and talk. So that was really fun. I'll tell my most memorable moment, and then you can go. My most memorable moment was probably when we were at church that Wednesday night, just to be there together and singing Victory in Jesus in English and hearing it in Spanish. You know, it just kind of gave us a glimpse of what possibly heaven would be like. All nationalities, races, all types of people honoring and glorifying God. I'll let you go for a minute, then I'll think of something else.
Okay. My favorite part is also her favorite part, but my second favorite part was the first day we went and shared beans and rice, and Grant was talking to this man, and they were talking, and then like the interpreters kind of got into it because it was easier for them, and then like they led this man to Christ right then and there, and that was awesome. It was like day one. It was like an amazing way to like start the mission trip, and it kind of just showed how awesome God is, because I mean, He used us and the translators to like reach this man, you know. And so that was really awesome. I also really enjoyed working with the kids. They were so sweet, and even though there was definitely a language barrier and I know like very little Spanish, it was really fun like drawing with chalk and hanging out with them and like getting to see that like this is their lives, and so like we're like leaving an impact on like their lives from them. So
Yeah, my other favorite was holding the babies.
she held a lot of babies.
I held a lot of babies. That was my favorite. And we want to thank the church for their support through money and prayers. Definitely your prayers. There were some setbacks, some things that we definitely felt your prayers. The traveling days were kind of rough. Several of us got sick on the mission trip, and we just want to thank you for your support and your prayers, because without that, we wouldn't have been able to go. So thank you very much.
Thank you.